So I'm with John Alexander, the Executive Director of the
Klamath Bird Observatory.
What is it?
The Klamath Bird Observatory is a nonprofit organization. Our mission is to advance bird and habitat conservation through science, education, and partnerships. And our approach is that we do scientific studies allowing birds to tell us about how we're managing our natural resources, and then try to provide information based on those results to help people make more informed decisions about how they manage our natural resources, hopefully to promote more sustainable management. And we use various educational techniques and rely heavily on long-lasting partnerships in order to make sure we're bringing that information to the right people at the right time in the right formats.
And can people find you online?
People can find us online, www.klamathbird.org.
KlamathBird.org. And Facebook?
Yes, we have a Facebook page. You can look up Klamath Bird Observatory in the search on Facebook.
Okay, I got one more question for you.
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite thing about being engaged with and working with KBO?
Well, I think my favorite thing, besides being a scientist and a bird lover, or in addition to, is the people that we work with. Our staff, for one, is incredibly motivated, really dedicated folks that either do the science or do the education piece of what we're doing, which is really just fabulous. And then our partners who engage us are fantastic and just incredibly devoted to what they do. And I think our new partnership with ConsciousWines is an example of people trying to find ways to make this world a better place and also to continue enjoying the things that we like.
Cool. Sounds great. Thanks.
And I wanted to mention something. I wanted to ask you this, so you can delete this if this isn't true. But one of the things I think that's really neat about what we're doing with this Best of the Buyer region is that right now I'm imagining that for these wineries that make the decisions to do things differently, there might not yet be a huge economic impact as to the positive, meaning that there really, I'm imagining, not being, I like to drink wine, but I'm imagining that they choose to do things that are better for the environment and better for the birds because they feel like it's the right thing to do.
Right.
And I think that what we're doing, which is incredible, and I think that all of the wineries that participated in this competition are winners because we're recognizing them for doing that. And I don't think that there's as much of an economic benefit to it yet, but hopefully the kind of thing that we're doing right now is going to turn that around and make the consumer more aware of what these guys are doing because they feel like it's the right thing to do and have it turn around and bring them more business.
I agree. I think there's a lot of momentum building, and through the awareness that's going on, the momentum's getting created.
Yep.
And so the passion coming from so many different directions and taking so many different forms, is creating these partnerships, these relationships.
Yep.
And because we're sharing, our vision is to take responsibility for future generations by supporting conscious choices each and every day.
Exactly.
And there's so many different levels. I mean, I've learned here that somebody puts out a bird box, and yes, that's fine, but the next level is putting out a bird box to attract the specific types of birds that you want to attract. And some of the things I've learned, that house cats that are left run wild, left outside can actually provide complications. And so it's interesting to just look at this whole situation.
Yep.
So Best of the Buyer region is a wine tasting event happening on September 17th at Hanley Farm between Medford and Jacksonville.
Correct.
And $45 tickets in advance, $55 at the door.
Absolutely.
And the money goes to help these guys, which is a great cause. And there's a lot of volunteers who are helping make this happen. So if you're in the Southern Oregon area or want to be, be there on September 17th for the Wings and Wine Gala.
And we call it a fundraiser, so we limit the talking and we
have some fun.
Try to increase the amount of music and fun things to purchase and all sorts of stuff like that. And
cool.
Just FYI, we just ended up. Well, actually, I don't have it nailed, so I'm going to hold on.
You just ended up, you put that out there. You got to say it.
Okay, well, let's not put this online until I can confirm that we got it. I think one of our big-ticket auction items that we've had in the past is a week in Roatan in Honduras.
Oh.
At one of the premier snorkeling and scuba diving reefs in the world.
So it's a silent auction as part of the day.
Silent auction is a part of the day, and hopefully we'll have that Roatan piece in there.
Okay.
But let me make sure. I'll know within 24 hours whether we really got that thing or not.
Sounds good.
All
okay,
right.
thanks, man.
Thank you, Jeff.